Recently, BIQU was kind enough to send me a few of their products to test out on my Bambu Lab A1 Mini. And stick around to the end because I'll tell you which one was my favorite. So as I was saying, BIQU was kind enough to send me a few products, and they sent me this little package. Inside contained a few boxes, and in those boxes, one of them had the A1 Mini LED strip, the Panda Nomi LCD screen, which consists of a front cover to replace the A1 Mini cover, some cables to connect the screen to the printer, a small rubber ducky, and of course the LCD screen itself. They also sent me a collection of their build plates. These included their 3D texture ones, such as the triangle effect and also the carbon fiber effect, some PEI sheets, both textured and smooth, and also their cryo grip build plates, which a lot of people have been raving about. There's some really nice specific features that these build plates bring you, which I'll talk about a bit later. There's two versions for this build plate, the Frostbite and the Glacier. The Frostbite build plate has great adhesion properties and can be run at a really low temperature, but only for PLA and PETG. The Glacier build plate has a smooth texture, slightly less adhesive strength, and excels at printing and materials like PA. It's a good all-rounder plate for different filaments. Well, let's move on to installing the LED strip. Before we continue, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, which is PCBWay. With their direct help, this channel is able to keep growing. If you're unaware of what PCBWay do, they offer a range of services for the maker hobby. Things like CNC, PCBs, 3D printing, laser cutting, sheet metal, pretty much anything you need to make your next project, they can help with. Their website is super easy to use. You can upload your project and get an instant quote. And the benefit is you don't need to go into mass production. You can just make the project that you want at an affordable price. And best of all, right now, they are celebrating their 11th anniversary. This is a great opportunity for you to go onto their site and grab the best deals and test out their services for yourself. Simply sign up for an account and then go to this page, link in the description, click to enter, and then scrolling down on the site, you can find all the coupons available, and there's a whole range here. There's also special offers for CNC machining, 3D printers, sheet metal, injection molding. If you go down to instant quote, you can upload your project and get some instant pricing for your next project. So again, thank you to PCBWay for being such a strong supporter of this channel, and let's continue with the video. When you open up the LED kit, you'll get some zip ties, some adhesive tape, and of course the LED strip off. They look to be quite high quality, and good to know that it is plug and play, so there's no wiring required. This cable just simply connects into the side of the A1 or A1 Mini. I'll demonstrate what happens when you plug it in, and you can see the LED light turns on. And you'll also notice this small sensor, which looks to be a light sensor. You can see as I cover my thumb over it, it blocks out any light and turns the LED panel off. So the way this works is you attach the sensor to the A1 LED light, and that's what activates the LED strip. As I turn on and off the A1 Mini light, the LED strip also turns on and off. The LED strip itself will attach to the under rail of the A1 using adhesive tape. The first step is you remove the adhesive backing from the light sensor and press that onto the light of the A1. Then once that's fixed in place, you can move the hot end over to the side, remove the backing adhesive, and then press this onto the underside rail of the hot end. Make sure it's all stuck on properly and there's no bubbles, and there should be just a slight gap for the hot end to still travel without hitting any of the LEDs. The final step is to take the small adhesive tape that's in the package and just use that to fix the end of the wire to the underside so it doesn't hang down. Using the zip ties that are also provided, just neatly tidy up the cables down the side of the A1. And then the final step is to plug it into the side port of the A1. If you go into your control settings and just test that the light is working by turning on and off the LED light of the A1, and you should notice that the LED strip now turns on and off as well. This LED strip makes a massive difference to light work area on the printer, and I highly recommend this product. It's cheap, easy to install, and makes a huge difference. The next thing we're going to look at is the build plates, and my stock build plate was definitely needing a replacement. So I figured the first thing to try is the textured PEI plate. Everything about it yelled quality. I had no doubt this was going to work fine. And so I wanted to see the effect on each plate. So I just printed basically a playing card across all the build plates. So here is the standard texture, probably seen this one before. And what you might be more interested in is the 3D effect build plates. So this one is the carbon fiber look, and this one is the diamond checker look. When moving in the light, you can really see that 3D effect come through. Having a look at all four, you can see the triangle effect, the carbon fiber effect, and the smooth and textured effects. So I wanted to try this on an actual 3D print, and lately my family has been playing Uno, so I thought why not this really cool Uno color box. I used the triangle effect build plate for this, and because of the print in place design, that effect wrapped around the entire case. And in my opinion, it came out looking great. It has a smooth finish, but also that textured effect. Check the description for a link to this model because I think it's really cool and I want to give a shout out to the designer. Now, the one build plate that you may all be here for is of course the cryo grip build plates. One of the main benefits to this plate is the adhesion factor. So to test this out, I basically created a model that prints as steep as possible with a really small footing. In the slicer, there are a few things you need to do to actually use these build plates, but basically what you do is you control the temperature of the build plate through your filament settings. When you're using these plates, you specifically wanted to use the Bambu Lab cool plate because they don't have their own defined plate in the slicer software itself. So instead of the typical 45 degrees for PLA, we can actually drop that right down to 35 degrees. Also, by default, the slicer is wanting to put a brim for adhesion, but this build plate has really strong adhesion. So I actually want to turn off that brim to test that adhesion. With everything set, I slice the plate and send it off to the printer. Before starting the print, I took a temperature reading and you can see it is close to 32 degrees. And once the print was underway, I also took a temperature reading and you can see it's almost the same temperature. You'll notice on the screen it is set to 35 degrees, so it's printing at a really low temperature compared to the typical 45 degrees that you'd use for PLA. The other main benefit you get to dropping the temperature is of course the power consumption. Normally, I will be drawing close to 100 watts at 45 degrees, but at 35 degrees, it's almost half my power usage to 52 watts. And unfortunately, the adhesion test failed, but I'm not going to complain. It actually failed right at the very end and I wasn't watching, so it may have just knocked it over for some reason. Overall though, I'm really happy with the cryo grip. On to the last mod, which is the Nomi LCD screen. The instructions that come with it are really detailed and easy to follow. After we take the LCD screen out of the case and remove the protective sticker, you then need to insert it into the front shell and then simply click in the backing plate to secure it in place. Turn off your printer and then pop off the front cover and remove the small dial wheel. You then need to thread through the cable which will connect to the LCD screen. Pull the cable back through to get rid of any slack in the wire and then clip on the front plate. It should just pop in. Then you need to do a little cable management, so you'd use the provided zip ties, and you can also 3D print some cable management clips. Once you have all the cables managed, then plug in the cable to the side port of the printer. Turn the printer back on, and you should see the Nomi screen turn on. There's a QR code that pops up, so bring out your camera on your phone, and you can scan that, and that will take you to the Wi-Fi settings. I plan to do a full tutorial on how to install this and showing how you can change the animations on the screen to custom animations. So subscribe to the channel and you'll see that video when it's released. So the cool thing about this LCD panel is it provides all this animation to show you what the printer is doing. Things like cutting filament or extruding or heating the hot end. It's really easy to see just by looking at it what it's actually doing. Plus it also adds a nice little fun touch to your printer. I also really like that it shows a progress bar when it's actually printing. I think the Nomi LCD screen is a fun little product and just can bring that personalization to your printer that a lot of modders want. So the big question is, which is my favorite mod? The light bar brings an instant visual clarity to your working area of the printer. The Nomi gives you a lot of direct feedback by simply looking at the printer and knowing doing exactly what it's doing, but I think I have to say my favorite is the Cryo Grip build plates. It's just so easy to print on them. I don't have to worry about warping. I can bring the temperature down and save a little bit on the power bill while doing it. All these mods are quite affordable, but I think the Cryo Grip build plates is the one to get. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this showcase of the BIQU products. Subscribe if you found value in the video, and thanks for watching.